The product that I would recommend is the Plascon Double Velvet Pure. The reason for this is that Plascon Double Velvet Pure has been formulated with a lot of unique technologies that I think would make it perfect for a nursery environment. For starters, it's water-based, so it's environmentally friendly. And some of the technologies that it contains include Breathe Easy. Now, Breathe Easy means that the paint is virtually odorless. So the usual fumes that you would associate with regular paints are not present. There's also a new technology that we've just added called air purifying technology, which actually cleans the air that you breathe. So research has indicated that indoor air can be up to 90% more polluted than outdoor air. But with the air purifying technology, it actually removes these pollutants from the air. So your baby would be breathing in purer, cleaner air in the nursery. Another thing to consider with nurseries and paint in general is how easy it is to clean. You're going to have everyday spills and accidents and that sort of thing. And Plascon Double Velvet Pure has Silver Protect, which forms a stain barrier so that dirt doesn't penetrate the actual coating, and it makes it much easier to just wipe away stains and that sort of thing. And it also has a 15-year quality guarantee, which means that your finish and the coating is going to last for much longer. So one of the most popular trends that we've seen is the tendency towards soft pastels and sort of neutral earth tones. I think the reason for this is because they can give you a sophisticated color palette that's sort of timeless, and it has the longevity, whether you planning to reuse the nursery for any future kids, or if you just want something that your child can grow into as well. So Plascon has actually just recently launched our color forecast for 2022, which has been heavily inspired by nature and natural tones. And looking at the combination of the year, I think that it would be especially suitable for nurseries because it helps to create a warm, sort of comforting ambience. So the combination of the year that we've created includes the neutral pear fantasy color, which has just a touch of natural green and a gentle yellow. So it creates a very sort of comforting, serene color palette. And that's paired with desert water, which is sort of a serene, clear, calm blue. And grounding and anchoring those colors together is a richer, smoky brown Zanzibar. So those three colors together create a space that is rich and warm, and also a very neutral, soft color palette that I think would be perfect for nurseries. So there's been a lot of research done into color psychology that tells us how certain colors and tones can affect our mood and mindset, which is why it's so important to choose the right color palette, because you want to create an environment that fosters a sense of security, comfort, and calmness, especially in a room like a nursery. So some of the factors that you would have to consider is, for instance, the long-term appeal, whether you're planning on not decorating that often, if you're planning to reuse the nursery for any future children, or if you want a space that your child can grow up in, you need to choose a color palette that sort of lends to that sophisticated look that can stand the test of time. And then in keeping with the mood that these colors evoke, you want to look at, especially for a nursery, earthy sort of neutrals, pastels, soft white colors, because according to color psychology, these have been shown to have a very calming effect and actually even aid sleeping regulation. And the last factor that you would want to consider is a very gender neutral color palette. Again, like I mentioned before, you could be using the room for an unspecified amount of time, or you don't plan to decorate again, or you may be planning for future kids. So you want a room that can feel gender neutral. Again, coming back to the neutral, soft, earthy color tones. And these colors tend to bring an intimacy to an open space as well. It brings in your other furnishings and just creates a very warm, nurturing environment. I think with any paint job, you want to make sure that you're doing the right prep work. So in terms of choosing an undercoat or a primer, that sort of thing. And luckily, the Plascon website is just loaded with very useful information on to help you make the right decision and make sure you're using the right products. One of the things that I would like to recommend, especially for a room such as a nursery, is to keep to water-based products, because these create less odors, they're much friendlier for the environment, and then they also contribute to your health and well-being with zero VOCs and zero odors and things like that. In terms of creating a color palette that suits you, we also have the Plascon inspirational blog, which has a lot of really cool, interesting ideas that can help inspire you and find unique ways to bring your nursery to life. And the last and most important tip I think I would like to share is just to have fun with it. I mean, color is an expression of your identity. So when choosing a color palette, you should choose colors that help express your individuality and your creativity.